Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Vitellano. I'm a licensed clinical child psychologist, and welcome to my channel. I wanted to start a channel on child resilience for a few reasons. The first being, not everyone has the opportunity to see a child psychologist, and I thought YouTube would be a great way to increase exposure to ideas that we have in our community of psychologists with you all, and to share what we know about child resilience from the scientific community and the research. So not everyone wants to read boring peer-reviewed scientific journal articles. So I'm here to disseminate and share what is widely accepted as truth in our community and share that with you all here on this channel. And I hope to make this some simple, easy to understand concepts that I think are important and helpful to most families out there. So I'd like to first start off and talk about what is resilience and where does it come from. Resilience comes from research on populations of people and children that come from really rough beginnings with limited resources and facing lots of risks and adversity. And what are those factors that help people in those situations overcome adversity and go on to live happy, healthy, and successful lives? So I'm going to broaden that definition a little bit and apply it to all populations, all types of people, and talk about resilience as an inner ability to cope with difficulties, with stressful events that life might throw at us, or in the face of limited resources, to thrive in those situations. I think that it's generally accepted in the field that at the core of child resilience are relationships to others that care. And families are the most important, but we know that children are not raised in isolation and that there are many other adults that care about your children. And these are people like teachers, coaches, and other positive role models in the community. And these relationships help lead to happy, successful, fulfilling, and functional adult lives for children. So there's no real key or secret to resilience, but it's based on these ordinary day-to-day interactions of love by individuals that care. So I want to share some ideas and strategies that have been scientifically supported with you that I feel very passionate about, and our community generally accepts. The research has converged on these ideas, so it's not just one or two studies that have shown these types of things, but generally accepted ideas in our field. So the first one I want to talk about is family meals as really promoting child resilience. And there's numerous studies that have shown that family meals are linked to healthy development in children. There's a number of outcomes, positive outcomes, that related to child resilience, and those are...
So family meals are associated with improved academics, specifically grade point averages, improved mood, for example, lower rates of psychological symptoms such as depression, physical health and healthier eating habits, including lower rates of eating disorders, and lower rates of risky teenage behavior, like substance use, sexual risky behavior, suicidal, and association with delinquent peers. So those are the four main outcomes for family dinners.
So what is it about family meals that does promote child resilience? Well, we really don't know. But if I had to take a guess, I think it probably has to do with the emotional connections that we make during meals with our family. The communication, the sense of belonging that children get in their families. The dynamics of dialogue between family members, probably the nicknames, the inside jokes, the running commentary, I know that in my family, we show our love by jokes and making fun of each other a little bit. And that's a source of connection between family members and my family growing up. The research did show that there are a few things that do matter. So the first being the more distractions, the less benefit. So family meals might be a good time to think about trying to eliminate distractions, at least at the table. And it did show that increasing the frequency of family meals had added benefits. So the more frequent you had a family meal, the more benefit of some of the outcomes that I talked about. Now it's unclear if meals are part of a greater bundle of rituals and routines in families. It's really hard to say from this research. And again, the research is largely correlational, meaning that there was not an experimental design. They didn't separate two groups of people and force them to not eat together. And I don't know if we'll ever have that, but it would be an interesting idea to study if there's any young aspiring researchers out there. So we can't imply that it's necessarily all these factors are caused by family meals, but we do know that they are associated with them. There are some barriers that would get in the way of family meals, and I want to talk a little bit about that. One is obviously time. Time is at a premium these days, and not every family can find the time, and schedules match up so that they can sit down together all at the same time, and people eat at different times. So that's one. The other is family conflict. Now, for some families, the level of conflict between children and parents is so high that it almost outweighs the benefits of family meals on child resilience. If you do have ideas or you want to share that's worked for you, please feel free to share them in the comments. Love to hear some ideas that people have had to help make family meals work, if that's something that you do. If you're sitting there thinking, well, this is already something that I have done or we do, then that's great. I hope that this video has inspired you to continue doing what you're doing and continue the family meals, maybe even adding one to your weekly routine. If you're not doing family meals, maybe this video has inspired you to start and add one to your week. But I wanted to share that with you today. If you liked the video, there will be more coming, and welcome to the channel.